Welcome to DIY Designer Homestead. Come on in. Well, we are clearly in the middle of a very big home renovation here, and we want to share with you a little bit about what our inspiration was and the why behind it. When we found this home, the construction and the quality and the finish were beautiful. On the exterior, the home was built in the 1990s, and it had a very 1990s feel to it, which I'm sure you all can understand. If you've looked at that architecture before, we had a lot of neutrals, cherry wood throughout the home, and we really wanted to pull in a European design and feel. The inspiration really came from our environment and the land around us. The inspiration came from something that is very classic, stand the test of time, what I always say. There's a variety of finishes that I personally love, as I've been doing design, build, and renovation for over 22 years. However, when you're working with projects, you'll find that the project tends to create itself because of an inspiration you have that's really ornate to the property, and that's what we have here. Believe it or not, the cost of the different species of wood is very similar. So as you're exploring your options for plank flooring or a wood species in your home, regardless of the size, I would really start with looking at product that, if green and organic are important to you, looking at varietals that are going to give you the outcome you're looking for in terms of the grain, the variation of color. There's so many options out there, and this particular selection really lends itself to the outdoors. As we walk through the home, you'll see you've got a lot of views here. We have a 360-degree perspective of the property, and it's a very connected home when it comes to the natural components of the outdoors. And every selection we made was really about connecting with the nature component on the property. You know, with the vaulted areas of this home, it is a very spacious living space. In all three, the entry point is vaulted, the living room is vaulted, the dining kitchen space is vaulted. And we really wanted to be able to bring the eye down and bring some interest into it. It just lent itself to beams. Now, architecturally and aesthetically, a lot of the design right now is running beam, believe it or not, along the angle of the ceiling. And then they're running a cross beam down the peak. We really wanted to take advantage of these huge, beautiful restored beams that we found with Sarah. We really wanted a visual effect on it. It all just came from spending some time in the space, and it, the design in me just decided this is what the house was meant to be. So we went out, we picked out beams. Steve and I loved these. We love the character of them. And it's an idea that any of you can implement regardless of the size of home, whether it's a singular beam, something smaller. There's so many ways to implement this organic, natural part into your design, and we love it. So we picked 3 short beams down the hallway. We picked 2 bigger beams for the living room area, and I found a gorgeous 63-inch circular fixture that we'll show you here that will be installed hopefully before Christmas. That component, along with the design of the furnishings, which we're slowly getting in, and some of the other lighting selections that we've made, are going to be brilliant when it's all done. We're super excited, and we're happy to share all of the selections we're making on this project. And if you've got any questions on a project you might be considering, I'm happy to give you my perspective. It doesn't have to be this look. There's a lot of ways you can change the feel of your space if you're ready to have a different kind of aesthetic interior without spending a lot of money. Regardless of your budget, you guys can do something really fun with your space. Okay, iron, I love it. Forged iron is a beautiful, beautiful implementation in any space. As you can see, this is the cherry wood that we were dealing with throughout the entire home. A lot of it, everything you see that's been painted black in this house was cherry. And albeit cherry is a beautiful product, I really wanted to pull in that more neutral, monochromatic color palette that had that timeless European feel, and it lent itself to black. Now, I know we're trending on that front, but I truly believe that it's a look and a design that stands the test of time. It's a timeless look. The iron, I felt like it belonged here. And Steve and I love that whole, I don't know if you all follow Hewing Hotel or some of the Colorado design that you're seeing right now with the iron, the stone, the wood, the glass. That compilation is something that's just yummy, and we love it, love, love it. So as you'll see when we do the visual, this is a 3-story above grade home, and the staircase runs all the way down to the lower level, which is a walkout. So the entire staircase will be done in iron. Now, Kelly Ludeking will link you up. He's building this for us. He's creating it. So we went to his showroom and we picked the design together to come up with something that would be cohesive with the house, the home, and blend into some of the other iron components you're gonna see that he helped us with both at the island and at the dining room table. Okay, I went through hundreds and hundreds of slabs of different varieties of stone, granite, quartz, you name it, I looked at it. Now, I've always been passionate and loved the old marble. You know, and all the years of selling real estate and all the beautiful old homes I've been in, the classics always had marble. I know it's higher maintenance. I know that it doesn't hold up like all of the new products do, but it has a softness to it, and it has that European loveliness that I've always so much wanted and enjoyed. And so we're just going to take care of it. And I wanted to give the space a true commercial family kitchen, very warm, friendly feel. So I made the decision, and we went ahead and spent a little bit more to run the marble all the way up the wall. Now, we're still under construction here. The appliances are not all in. We're not done painting. However, when we are done and you see this, it's going to be fabulous. We're super excited. So you have been introduced to our chickens. A lot of people are like, I can't believe you have chickens, Cari Ann. And I've wanted this, to have chickens. I've always been inspired by these beautiful farms out on the East Coast. I've always loved the idea of having a coop, and we actually had one that we'll show you. I kind of got a little kick from a good friend of mine who has chickens, and Steve surprised me 3 years ago, I think it's been, and he brought in all of the supplies to replicate this gorgeous chicken coop. We'll show it to you. It was actually an inspiration by William Sonoma, and he ended up building it for me. I think the retail with William Sonoma was $2,000, and the reviews on it were such that people were having to kind of fix and add additional investments into it to get it to work right. So Steve just built it for me. And from there, our 4 chickens grew to now 15. Hence, we are now getting 12 to 13 eggs a day. Yes, everybody, a day. We have these really cool egg cartons coming today, and we're going to be cartoning these all up. We gift them right now. A lot of people don't know that chickens, for the most part, stop laying in the winter months. So we did not know this, but you can freeze dry them, and then you're able to use them with your scrambles, your egg dishes, quiches, whatever you might want. So we do have a freeze dryer. It's on back order. We're supposed to get it in November. We will go ahead and start freeze drying these for the winter months. So we've got eggs around for the winter. I think right now we maybe have over 200 eggs in here. So people don't realize, but you're actually able to leave them out for quite a while. They can last a very long time out when they're fresh laid eggs from organic hens. So they're fine, unrefrigerated right now, but we do want to make sure we let them stand the test of time into November. So we'll be working on that project. We'll show you some pictures of that. And we'll be delving into eggs and chickens in depth as we progress with our shares with all of you. So this was an informal eating area, and it's overlooking a beautiful garden out back, and we don't need another eating area. So we've been hemming and hawing on how to use the space, and one of our designers has suggested a pantry, but as you can see, it's surrounded with glass. So I was out with a client, and I was at a restaurant, and I had an aha moment, and we will show you our vision board on this, but we're going to be creating a coffee bar with additional cabinetry for more storage and a little bar up here. So my vision is it's going to be a black iron, and there's going to be floating wood shelves in here wrapping around. And we're going to run more cabinetry through here, and a bar over here, and then a bourbon shelving station. Steve's a bourbon drinker, everybody. So we'll be doing whole little pieces on tastings on bourbon and whiskey for you as we move through the months. So that's my plan here. In the meantime, because it's going to take some time, because our cabinet maker is so swamped right now. So I picked up, and it comes, I think, this weekend. So we'll send you the link and photograph it for you, because we have a use for it, and we'll tell you where we'll put it. A really cool commercial stainless counter with a shelving unit on it. So we'll have a big work surface while we're waiting. And it's got a stainless shelf on it. And this will be our coffee bar, because we've got all of this stuff and we have no place to put it right now. So that's how we're going to use this space. It'll be super fun to show you the afters, and hopefully we have some inspiration for all of you.